Long ago, when the world was covered in darkness and people could not see their way, there lived a clever and mischievous bird named Raven. He was not just any bird. He could talk, think, and transform into anything he wanted. Raven loved to play tricks, but deep inside, he had a kind heart that wanted to bring light to the world. One day, Raven heard a story that the sun was being kept hidden by a powerful chief who lived far away, deep in a land surrounded by mountains and mist. The chief kept the sun locked away in a box inside his big house because he wanted to keep its light only for himself and his daughter. Raven thought that was unfair. Why should one man have all the light while the rest of the world suffered in darkness? He decided to do something about it. But how could a bird steal the sun from a great chief? Raven knew it would take more than wings and feathers. It would take a trick. So he transformed himself into a tiny pine needle and floated down a stream that ran past the chief's house. The chief's daughter came to drink from the stream, and as she scooped up water, Raven slipped into her mouth. Before long, she became pregnant, and soon she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, Raven in disguise. The chief loved his new grandson and would do anything for him. Raven, pretending to be an innocent child, grew quickly and was very curious. He noticed strange glowing boxers hanging in the house, and asked what they were. The chief told him those were his treasures. One of them held the moon, another the stars, and the smallest and brightest of them all held the sun. Raven begged to see them, but the chief refused. "These are not for you," he said. But Raven would not give up. He cried and cried until the chief, tired of his noise, opened the box with the stars. The tiny lights floated into the sky and scattered across the night. "Wow," Raven cried. "So beautiful! Can I see the other one?" The chief sighed and opened the box with the moon. Raven laughed with delight as the moon drifted up into the sky. "Just one more, please," he pleaded. The chief loved his grandson so much that he finally gave in. He opened the last box. The light of the sun filled the room with golden warmth. The moment the lid lifted, Raven transformed back into his bird form, grabbed the blazing ball of fire in his beak, and flew through the smoke hole in the roof. The chief shouted in anger, but Raven was already gone, soaring high into the dark sky. The sun burned his feathers black, turning him into the dark bird we know today. But he didn't stop flying. He carried the sun far away and threw it up into the sky, lighting up the whole world for the first time. The darkness was gone. The people rejoiced, and life began to grow everywhere. From that day on, the world had day and night, warmth and color, and Raven became both a hero and a trickster. Some say he brought the sun to help the people. Others say he just wanted to prove how clever he was. But one thing everyone agrees on: without Raven's bold trick, the world would still be dark. And every time you see the black feathers of a raven shining in the sunlight, remember the story of the bird who stole the sun so we could all live in its light?